In this video, we're going to continue to plot unit fractions, but now we're going to look at negative numbers. So negative 1/2, negative 1/5, and negative 1/10. So let's look at the first one, negative 1/2. So notice our number line now goes from negative 1 to 1 with 0 in the center. So negative 1/2 is going to be the point that's half the distance between 0 and negative 1. So since the denominator is 2, I'm going to cut between 0 and negative 1 into 2 pieces. So one cut for 2 pieces. Okay. So this will be negative 1/2. I'm going to go ahead and put my dot there. And notice this would be negative 2/2. And we can call this 0/2. So we usually don't refer to 0 as positive or negative, so I'm just leaving it as 0/2. So notice it's the same idea. Positive 1/2 was halfway between 0 and 1, and its opposite, negative 1/2, is 1/2 in the other direction, in the negative direction. Let's look at the next one, negative 1/5. So since we have five pieces, we want 4 cuts to make 5 pieces. Okay. Now it's a little harder to make 5 pieces than in the past when we did 4 or 6 because 5 isn't even. So I'm going to do my best, and there's really no way to do this very, very well except to measure this, divide the number by 5, and make sure they're equal increments. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to guesstimate it to be around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I made 4 tick marks, and notice that breaks it into 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 5 pieces. Now this isn't perfect. I'm noticing this piece is a little bit bigger than the others, but it's close enough. Okay, now what you wouldn't want to see, don't write this down, I'll put this here in blue. So I couldn't do 1, 2, 3, 4. That would not be acceptable because these pieces are not even close to the same size. Okay, so again with fractions it's important that your pieces are equal in size. That's part of the definition of fraction. So now negative 1/5. So since each one of these is 1/5 of a distance and we're going in the negative direction, this would be negative 1/5. Just going to mark it, and we'll label these as well. Negative 2/5, negative 3/5, negative 4/5, negative 5/5. So there's our negative 1/5. And the last one is negative 1/10. So I'm going to actually use the fifths above here because if we're breaking something into 10 pieces, that means we need 9 cuts to make 10 pieces. But I also know that 10 is twice as big as 5. So if I line these up, I'm going to make the fifths. And then if I cut all the fifths in half, I will have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. Again, they're not perfect, but they're pretty close. So negative 1/10 would be one of these tenths in the negative direction.